Hello everybody, White and Nerdy Man back again with, guess what, another new game. This is another one that I have picked up on my Switch recently and I have not really been able to put it down. And I remembered back in August or so I had gotten this on a roguelike bundle from the Humble Bundle and decided to pick it up and play it for it to interwebs here. It is called Heroes of Hammerwatch. Also snagged all of the DLC. So that's going to be fun. It's a pretty addictive game. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I think roguelites are always a very good fit for the channel, so why not? Let's just go ahead and fire it up. And, excuse me, picking up our class. On the Switch version, I've been using the Sorcerer, so I might just do another one. A melee spellcaster who can replenish health and mana. We'll go Ranger this time. Whenever I play D&D, I always like to roll with Rangers, so why not? This seems to have some loose D&D inspiration, at least from what I can see. But yeah, ton of fun. I'm excited to see how far this Let's Play will go. Let's see, could go with the default appearance. Let's just customize them. I like the eyebrows here. I'm digging it. Appearance-wise, everything is good. I'll just have him do the default voice here.
Give me your extra resources.
Sure, we'll go with this one. And Jerry. Yes, I like that name. Jerry the Ranger. Without further ado, everyone, let's hop in. So, of course, we started in our little hometown here. Of course, left-click fires the skill. Got our stats going on here. A lot of the buildings in the main town are not going to be open yet. This game is not one that is about instant gratification on every single run, although you do, I think there is a lot to be seen and a lot to be done on every single run. It's more of a cumulative kind of game. It's something that I enjoy a lot because of that. It just has a it very much contributes to ooh, I just can't put this down kind of feeling. Yeah, right now we are not really in a position to buy much. Like, we have some starting gold and starting ore, which is what we need to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So let's go ahead and hop on over here to our friends at the town hall, the mayor. But yeah, oops, might help if I actually hit the interact key. There we go. So as you can see, we have base buildings purchased. We don't have quite enough to get a new building just yet. I couldn't remember off the top of my head if I even would. Nice arrow spin there. Once this fountain used to be full of water. I used to throw a coin or two into this. Dumb oaf. And here's our blacksmith friend. I would love to enhance your weapon, but I'm missing ore. You'll find that it's a recurring theme if we just talk to everybody in town, so let's just go ahead and traipse on down to the mines, see how long we last on this first run. Depending on how long the runs go, my ambition is to do at least one run per episode, if not maybe two. Especially when first starting out, they tend not to last very long, so we will definitely see how this goes. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and happy holidays. I spent it with my family. We went down to my in-laws' house. Had a lot of presents, ate a lot of food. I got even fatter. Let me customize an option real quick. It's one that they let me have on the Switch, but I don't know if they will let me have it here or not. Here we go. Small, yeah, I do like to have the small mini-map up in the left-hand corner. If you guys don't like that and want me to turn that off, then just let me know. There we go. Yeah, that way I can get a general sense, but then, boop, pop it up for the big screen. Alright, so we have our money. So the gist with this game is that, yes, you have permanent progress things, like the gold and the ore, but you only get to benefit from them if you make it to an elevator shaft and send it to town. This will be interesting. It's a little bit different than what it is on the Switch, so bear with me if I have a little bit of transitioning to do from the mouse and keyboard onto the PC interface. You've got a key. Keys are pretty useful. You usually don't... what I tend to find most happens in most runs is that if you don't actively purchase a key, then every time that you find a key, it's very hard to actually find a corresponding chest to match it up with. So we have our first traps, which especially we got our... level 1 character here. He's going to be very vulnerable. Press F to hit that switch to turn it off. So yeah, you got to be extremely careful. I did not give traps the proper sense of awe and respect, and I was quickly chewed up and spat back out in an unceremonious fashion. Kill these bats. But yeah, I hope, like I said, things are going well for you guys, and that you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you want to, leave a comment. Tell me, what presents did you get? What was your favorite thing that you got? Or maybe favorite thing that you bought somebody else. For me, I got a pretty nifty t-shirt. I had a bigger birthday this year, where my birthday is closer to Christmas. If one can supersede the epicness of the other, I guess, sometimes, but that's all good. I myself actually turned the big 3-0 this year, and I am still reeling in disbelief, so I'm going to play this video game to dissociate from that reality. But yeah. So I know that I have trouble sticking with a particular game. To be honest, sometimes whenever I don't get the feedback that I'm wanting, even though, you know, well, I gotta put the work into the channel to actually get the feedback, sometimes it can be discouraging. And sometimes just life gets in the way as well. I'm a dad of 2 young kids, so it's hard to set aside that time in my schedule. I also work a full-time job. This is not my main gig by any stretch of the imagination. Still have ambitions to do streaming one of these days. And if anybody has any recommendations or any resources that I could take a look at, just let me know. I would love to stream for a good charity purpose. Something like a St. Jude's Hospital or something along those lines. I can work out those nitty-gritty details later. Got a pretty good haul of gold so far, 526, but no ore, which kind of makes me a little sad. Oh, and we leveled up, actually, as well. So just like similar to a D&D sort of thing, the level cap is 20. So we're kind of cruising right along. It takes a long time to level up. Okay, I think we have done everything that is to do on this particular floor. So I want to just go ahead, and this is the elevator shaft that I had mentioned earlier that'll take our goods back down to town. And unfortunately, taxation is theft! Oh well, it's a game mechanic, we're going to have to deal with it. Hydration break. Yum coffee. Alright. But yeah, I would love this channel to see it be popular one of these days, but it's also very much a side hustle that I'm doing much more as a, I wouldn't even call it necessarily a passion project. Another key, good grief, not necessarily a passion project, but something that I'm just enjoy. It's fun to boot up a computer and just make a Let's Play. Finally, we have a key that we can use into a chest. Monster Manual Beast. Increase damage done to Beast by 20%. Beasts give 20% more experience. Thank you very much. We'll turn off the switch so that way those traps can shut their trap. Boy. He's got jokes, everybody. Oh, yes, I do. You can ask my coworkers. Alright, coming out, buddy. There we go. Yeah, like I said, on the Switch version of this game, I have mained the Sorcerer, and I enjoyed that a lot. Apparently, they say that the melee classes are very, very difficult to start up as in this game, and I could definitely see why. You get swarmed pretty darn easily. Even as the Sorcerer, I was having a little bit of trouble there. But you'll find that as you play and get the town upgraded and everything like that, and this is a really neat feature of the game, the town stays persistent with your entire roster of characters, which I think is a very welcome addition. It very much encourages you to, once you're starting to get tired of one class, you can just go very easily and make a new character and benefit from the ore and the gold that your other characters have collected. And speaking of gold, here is our friendly neighborhood merchant. Cannot afford anything yet, but we will note his location for later. Yeah, this game has a lot of various systems that are kind of working under the hood that kind of interlock and just make this very nice feedback loop of progression. And that's something you definitely want to look for in a roguelite game. I'm honestly not 100% sure of the differences as opposed to like a true roguelike, in essence, would be something like Caves of Cud or like a Cataclysm DDA. Something of ore, there we go, finally got our first bit of ore. Whereas a roguelite borrow mechanics from the roguelike games, but Not entirely. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. But I've always really enjoyed them. I find that they really make good YouTube material just because there's so much unknown that goes on with them. I will have to say the projectile, at least maybe it's just because I'm also using the mouse and keyboard, is a little bit harder to aim. But that's just me. I just haven't gotten used to it yet. We gotta kill that guy because he will get us with all sorts of nasty poison. There's a bit of bullet hell sort of things in here, kind of like Enter the Gungeon, which I know I had started Gungeon. Oh gosh, not looking good. I know that we have a health pickup down here, so I'm gonna try to maneuver my way. I have a piece of ore, and dagnabbit, I'm gonna make sure that we see it through to its end. Okay, good. No enemies down here, at least from what I can see. Pardon me. Mana crystal. Some more monies. I don't know why. It's not like the gold necessarily has any, like, sort of special effects whenever you pick it up or anything like that, but it's just so satisfying to hear that subtle little clinking and to see it disappear. I want to stay away from those guys. Trying to be as scrappy as I can. I refuse to die here. So what are some of your favorite roguelike games out there, general audience? Anything that you guys want me to pick up and play in particular? I am open. I have a really large Steam library, so I'll be glad to pick up what's to interwebs requests if I do not have the corresponding game. There's the elevator shaft guarded by those yahoos. An enemy spawner up there. Health pickup, question mark? I could really use it. You don't unlock the super handy potion until you get the corresponding building, and I have the singular piece of ore that's going to make that possible for me if I can actually get it deposited. There's a chest up there, probably behind a trap. Ah, looky there. Here we go. That was actually quite welcome. Yay! I forgot it's actually unlocked through a random event, so that was that was a very good timing. Hey, I got trapped in here trying to refill my supply by this magic spring. Don't forget to fill your own flask, and I hope you visit me back in town. Oh yes, thank you very much. Let's see, trying to remember how to. There we go. It's R. Got to use that potion. Very handy. Once again, contributing to the overall build feeling of progression. I feel like that the game nails that aspect very well. Similar trap to what it was on the lower floor. Pot helm, I think that was a 10% chance to block projectiles. That has saved my bacon before. Let me tell you what. Let's see if I can get this guy over here. I think some people are going to be frustrated by the fact that you, especially like in the earlier runs, your goal is not necessarily to win a run. I don't think you could feasibly do it. You'll get chewed up and spat back out once you get up to the upper floors. It's more so of laying the groundwork for runs to come. That sort of sentiment. Which I think that's pretty compelling. I don't know. Everybody's going to have their preference about it. For me, I like to see different options and gameplay mechanics, I guess, in general, not just like in specifically roguelikes, but I want multiple paths to victory, like not having to rely on a convoluted system just for its sake, you know? Like, I want a particular system to be an option as opposed to a requirement. I can't really think of too many specific examples of that, but dagnabbit, I'll know it when I see it. Okay, we got plenty of money. As much as I want to visit the merchant over here, I really think that it's in our interest in the long run to put it in our bank account. That way we can start upgrading our stuff. Go ahead and send that ore down. Not doing too bad for a first run, if I have to say so myself. I say that and then we'll get Raffle Stomp next floor. Hydration. Alright. Let's keep it going. I apologize if the map screen is a little jarring. I kind of like to keep tabs on it, just to see exactly where I'm going. It also highlights the position of enemies, which I feel like is a pretty handy feature. Ah! He got me! He nibbled on me, the little bitty bat. Got an enemy that's frenzying some of the other ones down there. Those projectiles travel a lot. Ah, yeah, it's the beetle elite. It's the beetle bourgeoisie. Out of mana for now. You'll never take me alive. We're very close to another level up, I've noticed. Alright. Yeah, the only thing that kind of makes me a bit nervous about streaming is that I feel like that after a little bit I run out of things to talk about. It's hard for me to keep those mental juices going as I am in mid-gameplay. As you could probably have seen in some of like my longer run stuff, I just kind of feel like I'm like, talk. What is this talk? Level up. I don't know. Don't necessarily want to do something to just fill the silence, but it's like a radio principle, you know? Like, you know, don't want dead air, I guess. There's another elevator shaft. I'll have to remember that when we come back. There is a die right here, which I think unlocks an extra costume color. I picked those up before on the Switch version, but I've never actually like thoroughly explored what they actually do. Alright, Jerry, my man. You can do this. Just concentrate. I really like the art style of this game. I know some people are more off-put by the more simplistic, like even as pixel art goes, like this is definitely even more simplistic than a lot of other games are. But I don't know, it feels good, especially like when viewed from like whenever you zoom it out to an appropriate degree. It just looks super tight. It's meant to accommodate the vast hordes of enemies that you fight in this game. Legolas. Alright. Excellent. I feel like we're making really good progress. Stay away from Beetle Boss here. A lot of backing away and shooting, but hey, it's keeping us alive, so I'm not going to complain about it. The good thing is that, you know, especially if you kill the spawners and everything like that, the enemies are finite. It's not like you're having to compete with, like, infinitely generating waves of them. I feel like it very much balances risk versus reward, though sometimes I feel like that trap placement can be just a tad bit unfair. But, hey, them's roguelikes, man. There's a health pickup here. I don't want to waste my potion just yet. It's a pumpkin. Hydration. Excellent. Nothing like that morning cup of joe. I do like the that spinning bow attack. I'm pretty sure that there's a proper name for it that I neglected to read, but it's there. Yeah, as you go further in the game, of course, you unlock vendors that increase your weaponry, give you bonuses to your weapon damage and your armor and stuff like that. And your characters that come after this one will benefit. Oh yeah, wood white common. They get the benefits from that, so it's a bit easier to get the ball rolling with their characters, get them further up in the floors than what they normally would have been able to do if they're just starting out like our friend Jerry here. Jerry, what a champ. Laying the foundation for many heroes to come. Jerry, we salute thee. I probably should have gone with the Witch Hunter companion. Ooh, now I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. This is a secret room. You can tell whenever you see those red eyes flash come up in here. Looky there, I stumbled upon that by complete accident in my Switch Let's Play. But trying to avoid walkthroughs and trying to discover everything organically for myself, and that's been an enjoyable experience. We may actually make it to the first boss. It does help that I put about 10 hours of this on the Switch version, but I don't know. I do not consider myself an expert at roguelites by any by any stretch of the imagination. But this is definitely shaping up to be one of my favorites. I have the original Hammerwatch, which I never played that too much because that was like back during a phase of my life where I was like, I'm gonna wait for the next cycle, where I was like, no, if it's not like randomly generated, I'm not gonna like it, which I mean was very much a naive position to make. I definitely am appreciating much more the handcraftedness of that kind of game design, but I feel like the mechanics of that game translate well to this one, and make it as a roguelike. I got hit by the spit. Oh, daggone it. I was trying to back out, but the corner got in the way. The corner literally jumped out and said no. Good thing that we have some health pickups here. That's another thing that's handy with the map, is that it helps you remember where your pickups are. Resource management is also a pretty compelling thing for me. In a way that's not like spelled out as resource management, like, oh yeah, you can manage your pickups on the ground, because it's not like Gungeon where like the resourceful rat will take it away. I will hop back onto that game eventually. I think I feel like I say that about almost every game that I play. But if I were to draw closest comparisons, this game plays very similar to that one game that I played about 2-3 years ago on the channel during my quote-unquote reboot time, I guess, called Dungeon Souls. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Alright, I think that's all that we can do on this floor, and I think we're going to try to fight the boss. We'll see if we can get him. Yes. 404. We'll have enough to afford a few upgrades whenever we get to town, and we'll have to make our decision as to which one we're going to pick. Probably the blacksmith, I would say, because we really do need to get the equipment. Oh! I missed a spot. Silly Chad. Silly white and nerdy man. Alright. Ah. The good thing is that before every boss you have an elevator shaft, so you have a chance to deposit loot before you fight the fight. Gotta love the risk versus reward. Alright. Let's do this thing. Do we live or do we die? That is a glass coffin, or remains to be seen. Let's just hope it's not our remains. He has like 700 and something health. Just got to keep it rolling up on him. He likes to shoot off bats eventually. Whoa! This is actually the first time. Usually whenever I'm playing on the Switch, I'm playing on my lunch, so I'll have like music or something else in. So this is the first time that I'm really like, getting to like actually listen to the music. It is not a half bad soundtrack, I have to say. Oh, bats. That's why we have the spinning arrow attack, eh? Not this time, buckaroo. Yeah, we might actually beat him, but I do not feel optimistic about our chances on the other floors, because the skeletons get pretty tough, pretty darn quick. Got him down a little bit more than halfway, which is encouraging. The next boss, I find, okay, now he's summoning the red angrier bats. We might be able to get him. Oh, I say that. I say that. Let's go ahead and pop a potion. Ow. Ow. Well, I do that, and then, you know, I get smacked. Oh. This might be the end. Oh, we killed him. Got an achievement. Alright. Whew. Heart is pounding. We are almost dead. I know that most likely the next floor we're going to get schwacked. Part of me wishes that we didn't use the elevator shaft, because I would have access to 2 more pieces of ore. But hey, you know, we're not dead yet. So there is that. I felt pretty good about that, actually, guys. So, hey, let's keep the momentum going as I, you know, barely crawl out of here alive. This level is interesting. I also just saw a secret room out of the corner of my eye. Looky there. Monster pamphlet beasts. So this, I really enjoy the prison level. It's a lot of fun, but it's also extremely annoying, just simply because each one of these floors has a secret switch that opens up a lot of like the cells. And if I spend a terrible amount of time trying to find one of these, I can always edit that footage out. And just assume many minutes of copious searching later, he finally found the blasted secret switch. If I can get to an elevator shaft, I'll be very appreciative, game. So far, so not dandy, and I have so much ore. Or Ida. You know, just ore that's shaped like a French fry, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that one. Okay, now something that I noticed immediately that the Ranger does have over the Sorcerer is the range of his projectiles. The Sorcerer's tends to stop at a certain interval. Yep, come on, bats. I feel like the getting killed by a bat in this game would be the equivalent of getting owned by a Goomba in Mario. I think that part's about to be irrelevant because I'm about to be killed by the undead horde here. Please go away. Oh no, this is the end. This is the end. Oh gosh. Everybody is entertained right now because I'm like, ah! I just want my ore, man. Is that too much to ask? Nope, that's the end. Oh man, and of course the game mocks you. You died a gruesome and painful death. I found a good bit of gold. Got some good ore. Only sent 2 of it to town though, so I'm a little remiss by that. But hey, that's what future runs are for. We're going to come back bigger and better. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and hit restart here. See what we can do in town. Ooh, it's snowing. It's nice and pretty, I would say. That was a good run. So, I would love to enhance your weapon, but I'm missing ore. So let's go ahead and bring our ore and ourselves over here. If I can get past this little chair. Okay, so the other choice between ore trader, apothecary, and blacksmith. I feel like that the apothecary is going to improve our potion. I feel like that the blacksmith is going to be the most practical for us right now. We can always go back in and get more ore and keep the ball rolling proverbially. Okay, it's going to take a second for it to generate that new change, and would you look at that, the blacksmith is up and running. These NPCs will take us to the DLC area, which I don't know if I have to be higher level in order to get to those or not. If someone more familiar with the game may want to enlighten me on that. We're going to upgrade our weapon, and our armor, and our weapon again, and our armor again. And since we're pretty much just going to do our gold sink into the blacksmith right now anyway, we'll go with boots, just to increase the movement speed ever so slightly. And of course we have the training dummies here that that can give us some feedback about how much damage we do. All that good stuff. And then we can also have some skill points, I guess is what they're called, to spend over here in the guild hall to upgrade our main abilities. So looky there, on the prowl. When casting a skill, the ranger receives a buff that lasts for 2.5 seconds. The buff increases movement speed by 25% and grants 5% evasion against incoming damage. It's really good. It encourages that run and gun style. We're going to upgrade our primary bow attack, and we are going to... Let's go ahead and get on the prowl. We'll have to come back for that one later, probably after we level up another time. Should be able to get that one for the flurry of arrows, and of course we'll have the other upgrades to worry about as we continue on. But yeah, I think since we were actually able to get pretty far in this time, we'll cut the episode off of here. We'll record another one later. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. For those of you who've been supportive, I know that there was a comment that I had not too long ago that said, you know, I deserve more reviews and feedback and stuff like that. Thank you so much. The biggest thing that you can help me with that is to share this video with your friends, click like, hit subscribe, ring that bell so you can see notifications. I want to be more active as I possibly can be. It just is hit or miss for me. I can't necessarily devote an extreme amount of time to this just because of my aforementioned job and my kids and everything like that. Hoping to get my kids involved with this one of these days. I think that'd be pretty cool. My daughter really likes to watch me play games, my oldest one anyway. So yeah, we'll cut it off there. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is whiteandnerdyman, and we'll see you on the next episode of Heroes of Hammerwatch.